Are you plant-based eating and feel discouraged that the rest of your family seems dead set on sticking to a regular meat-heavy diet? They have health challenges too, and you wish they could experience for themselves the benefits you've seen with plant-based eating. So what do you do? Just resign yourself to the fact that you'll have to do double cooking the rest of your life? You don't have to. There are definitely steps you can take that'll help your family transition to a healthier way of eating, without eye rolls, tantrums, arguments, or extra added stress. In this episode, we'll look at a first key step to take if your desire is to move your family into a plant-powered lifestyle. It's a mindset shift that will transform the way you look at the situation and how you approach your family's diet transition going forward. So grab your favorite hot cup of tea or coffee and meet me on the inside. Welcome to the Plant-Based Eating Made Easy podcast. I'm your host, Anna Zinn, plant-based registered dietitian and transition coach. Hi friend, do you want to regain your health with plant-based eating but feel overwhelmed and lost about how to do it? Do you feel it'll be hard to change your meat-heavy diet and impossible with working, running the home, or chasing after the grandkids? If so, you're in the right place. Here you'll find simple strategies, clear nutrition guidance, and practical tips to help you thrive plant-powered with more energy. So if you're ready to ditch the guesswork and transform your health the stress-free way, cozy up now with a hot cup of tea or listen while you walk, and let me show you how doable plant-based eating can be. Let's do this. I love working with all my clients, but it's extra special when I get to work with some in a certain situation. These are those that come to me not just wanting to improve their own health by moving to a plant-powered way of eating, but who also want to help their loved ones eat more plant-based too. I can't describe it. I get so excited. Why? Because then I get the opportunity to not only positively impact and help one person, but 3 or 4 all at once, depending on the size of the family. And then it becomes such a joy to watch that whole family move towards complete lifestyle transformation and witness their positive health changes as a result. And the transition for the families I work with is typically smooth going with minimal challenges. That's because the right strategies, recipes, and guidance have been put in place right from the get-go. So if you would like support and help for your family so loved ones can enjoy a plant-powered way of eating with you, send an email to me at healthnow@plantnourish.com or apply for a free rapid health transformation call using the links in the show notes. Let's connect and see how I can help you and your loved ones move easily and smoothly with less frustration and headaches into a way of eating that will benefit all in the family. Now let's dive into family diet transitions. Sometimes transitioning a whole family to plant-based eating can be a challenge. It can be even more of a struggle if one spouse is really unsupportive of plant-based eating. The home atmosphere can become unpleasant and tension-filled, and the topic of plant-based eating may become a sore point of discussion and a touchy subject within the marriage. I know this was the case for one member of my community. This lady shared in a post that she had moved a whole family with husband and children to plant-based meals at home for health reasons, but her husband was not happy about that. Over the course of the next few months, she got increasingly exhausted and frustrated because her husband didn't seem to like most of the plant-based meals she made, no matter how hard she tried to find good recipes to make. She even posted a picture of 2 binders she had filled, full of plant-based recipes, but it all just ended up in lots of tear-filled arguments, heated discussions, and tension within the home. My heart goes out to her for having to deal with this challenging situation. Can you relate to this? This is one key reason why I'm passionate about working with not just busy individuals to improve their health, but also with their families too. I see the heartache that can occur in a family if a diet transition is not done well, and my heart just breaks for those involved. I'm always saddened to hear of situations like this because I feel there was really no need for things to have progressed to this point. If the family's diet transition was done well, from the get-go with the right strategies, guidance, and recipes. This is why the core pillar, Smart Recipe Integration, is a crucial element in my plant nurse transition success method. In order for a family's diet transition to go smoothly, there needs to be proper care, thought, and planning with smart strategies and appropriate plant-based recipes introduced in a sequential way. Otherwise, things could progress to the point of having to deal with a tension-filled atmosphere in the home where the subject of plant-based eating has turned into a battlefield, resulting in so much emotional pain within the household. I always believe that prevention is better than cure, and the same applies to situations like this. Don't you agree? We want to prevent things from getting to this point. Not that there aren't ways to salvage the situation, but it is definitely much easier if you can manage and plan your family's transition well, right from the start. Just like how it's always easier to build on a good relationship than to have to repair and mend a broken or damaged one. So the important question is this: how do you prevent things within your family from getting to this point? That's why I wanted to do this episode, to help you so your family can have a smoother and more successful stress-free diet transition. To do that, you need to start off your family's diet transition right. And here's the first essential thing you need to do. Change your own mindset and perspective of how you are viewing this situation. There is a common mistake I see many making. When one person in a family decides to start plant-based eating, there often seems to be not only a division or separation in terms of meals, but also in mental perspective too. Often this new or established plant-based eater will say of his or her loved ones, "I'm eating plant-based, but they're not." Or, "My spouse doesn't want to do it. He just wants to eat meat." A member of my community once wrote, "I'm in the process of transitioning to plant-based. My husband and son are both meat eaters." Do you see the division here? But here's what I want you to do. Instead of thinking this way, I want to challenge you to begin thinking in a completely new way. So instead of them, him or her versus me, I want you to think this: it's us. That's right. It's not him versus you. It's the two of you together, you and your spouse, or you and other loved ones in the family. So it is not just one person in the family making this diet change, it's actually the whole family together. You are all starting on a plant-based diet journey and making this plant-based diet transition. Yes, you are. But the key is this: you may be just moving along at different rates, and that's okay. Sure, you are taking active steps to make this diet change in your life, so your own transition to plant-based eating may be happening at a faster pace than those of your family members. But though your family members are not actively taking steps right now, it doesn't mean that they are at a standstill and not making any progress at all. For example, your young children could be moving along at a much faster pace as you introduce colorful plant-based meals, tastes, and shapes for them to try. While your spouse could be making this transition at a slower pace because of his ingrained eating habits and decades of being on a meat-heavy diet. But he is still moving. He is not stagnant. But know that you, being at the forefront of this dietary change, play such a crucial role within the family. You are forging a new path, and the plant-based foods you bring into the home, the recipes you cook, and even your positivity, attitude, and health benefits experienced through plant-based eating will be impacting those around you in a big way. This is why I tell my private clients and Plant Power Life Transformation course students that they are important change makers and influencers within the home. They have such a powerful influence for good and can be so effective in helping their loved ones make a smooth transition to a more plant-powered lifestyle if it is done carefully in the right way. I hope this shift in perspective and viewpoint can help draw your family closer together instead of farther apart as a result of your lifestyle change. There's really no need for lots of tension in the home due to anyone changing to a plant-based diet lifestyle. This would be counterproductive anyway to any progress you hope to make for yourself and your family. So today we talked about a key mindset shift you need to make if you want to bring your family on board plant-based eating successfully. And it's this, to start seeing your loved ones and you being on the same plant-based diet journey together, but just that they may be going at a different pace than you. So it's not you versus them, but us together. I hope this mindset change will truly empower you and give you a sense of excitement as you start or continue to move forward in your diet transition. And stay tuned. There is more to come in future episodes on this important topic and transition challenge that I see many having as they make this lifestyle change. I know the subject of moving to a plant-based diet for loved ones can be a challenging one for some families, but it doesn't need to be. If you have the right strategies and guidance needed for a smooth diet transition for all in the family. So if you are really struggling in this area and need support for your family, reach out to me at healthnow@plantnourish.com using the link in the show notes. Let's connect so I can help you and your loved ones enjoy and thrive eating in a plant-powered, health-transforming way. Thank you so much for listening. If this podcast has inspired, encouraged, or helped you in some way to transform your health, I would love to hear about it. Please take 30 seconds to rate and leave a written review on Apple Podcasts to let me know. It will encourage me so much to hear how this podcast has positively impacted and made a difference in your journey towards wellness. And share about this podcast with a friend or loved one so we can all thrive in the best health. Remember, plant-based eating can be easy and doable. See you in the next episode, my friend.